September 1st, 1939. German forces crossed the Polish border, shattering the fragile peace of Europe and igniting the deadliest conflict in human history. World War II was not an accidental clash of nations. It was the realization of one man's fanatical vision. Adolf Hitler did not merely participate in World War II. He conceived it, directed it, and pushed it to its absolute limits. From the radical ideology laid out in his writings to the micromanagement of military battlefields, Hitler's personal decisions reshaped empires, altered global alliances, and led to unprecedented devastation. To understand how one leader dragged the globe into total war, we must look at the intersection of ideology, military strategy, and psychological delusion. This is the story of how Adolf Hitler transformed military doctrine, made fatal strategic gambles, and ultimately dictated the course and catastrophic end of the Second World War. Unlike traditional conflicts driven purely by territorial dispute or balance of power, Hitler's war was ideological at its core. Long before military plans were drawn, Hitler outlined his vision in Mein Kampf. Central to this vision were two concepts: Lebensraum, living space for the German people, and the systematic destruction of racial and political enemies. When the Wehrmacht mobilized, it was not just aimed at military victory. Hitler framed the invasion of Eastern Europe as an existential crusade. This ideology dictated targets, brutal military policy, and the diversion of vast war resources toward the Holocaust, even when those resources were desperately needed at the front lines. The remilitarization of the Rhineland, the annexation of Austria, and the occupation of Czechoslovakia were high-stakes gambles. Western powers, desperate to avoid another war, pursued appeasement. Hitler read this as weakness. His initial successes created a dangerous psychological feedback loop. Hitler became convinced of his own infallibility, setting the stage for aggressive moves that would soon overwhelm his generals. In May 1940, the invasion of France stunned the world. Utilizing Blitzkrieg, or lightning war, German forces bypassed heavily fortified lines, combining motorized infantry, armor, and air support with overwhelming speed. In just 6 weeks, France fell. These astounding early victories solidified Hitler's absolute grip on military command. German generals who had harbored doubts were silenced. However, Blitzkrieg was a short-term strategy. It relied on swift, decisive victories against unprepared foes, not long, protracted wars against industrial powerhouses. When the Battle of Britain failed to knock the United Kingdom out of the war, Hitler turned his eyes eastward. Confident that the Soviet Union would collapse like a house of cards, he initiated Operation Barbarossa in June 1941, opening a vast two-front war that would prove fatal. Operation Barbarossa was the largest military invasion in human history. Initially, Axis forces advanced hundreds of miles, capturing millions of troops. But as winter set in and Soviet resistance stiffened, the limits of German logistics became painfully clear. Here, Hitler's personal intervention severely compromised military performance. He repeatedly issued no retreat orders, overriding experienced field commanders like Erich von Manstein and Heinz Guderian. At Stalingrad, his obsession with capturing a city named after his adversary led to the encirclement and destruction of the German Sixth Army. Concurrently, Hitler's decision to declare war on the United States in December 1941 brought the world's largest industrial power into the conflict. By 1943, following defeat in North Africa and the colossal tank battle at Kursk, the strategic initiative shifted permanently to the Allies. As Allied armies closed in from the east and west, Hitler's control degenerated into total denial. Isolated in his Berlin bunker, he issued orders to non-existent armies and demanded total destruction of German infrastructure rather than surrender, the infamous Nero Decree. On April 30th, 1945, with Soviet forces blocks away, Hitler committed suicide. Days later, Germany surrendered unconditionally. Hitler's legacy in World War II is a stark reminder of the catastrophic danger of autocratic rule driven by unyielding ideology. His choices led to the deaths of an estimated 70 to 85 million people, the restructuring of global geopolitics, the division of Europe, and the dawn of the nuclear age.
I am an American, Irving Montana. I am a Frenchman and I come from Paris. I'm an Englishman and I come from London.
I am a Gordon. I come from the Himalayas, India.
I am an American. I come from Sweetwater, Texas. I am a Pole. I come from Silesia. I'm a Welshman and I come from Morgan, South Wales. I am a from Wyndham, South Island. I am a Canadian and I come from Montreal. I am a Canadian and I come from London. I'm a South African. I come from Johannesburg.
I am American. I come from Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
I'm an Irishman and I come from Cork. I am a Frenchman and come from Elsass.
I am an American. I come from Boston, Massachusetts.
I'm a Brazilian. I come from Pernambuco.
I am an American. I come from Rome, Georgia. I am a Sikh. I come from Amritsar, Punjab, in India. I am a Scot. I come from Greenock.
I am an American. I come from Brooklyn, New York.
These are the men of the Allied armies.